So one of the stories in here is about a woman who you met. I don't know. She was a friend of yours. I think it was in Colorado. And she kept talking about Jesus Christ all the time. And you thought, wow, she's just really open about Jesus Christ. And then you asked her about it, and she told you what her perspective on reading the scriptures was. Can you share that?
Yes.
That was really amazing. I was like,
yay!
yay!
Well, she was one of those people that God put right in my path at that right time. And she was at that book club too. And she was a Christian woman, and her name was Chris. And I was so impressed with her. She just spoke about God all the time.
Yeah.
And it was important to her. And she talked about what she was learning in the scriptures. I thought, this is really interesting, this dialogue that she's having with me, who I'm Mormon and she's Christian, but she knows I believe in God and she's willing to, that was just who she was. And I thought, why are we missing this why are we so afraid as members of the church? Why are we so willing to bow down to the world's ways?
Yeah.
We should.
And adapt to their ways.
Yeah.
Instead of just talking about Jesus Christ and God all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we?
I
still ask that question.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We can talk that way. We can speak of Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
And, she just told me, she's like, I put that in my heart. She always talked about, God is in my heart, and I know He's in my heart, and I want to, just the whole way that she spoke about life and everything she did was just so different.
Yeah.
And that really inspired me. And then I asked her, so how do you study your scriptures?
Yeah.
So this kind of moved me in this direction. And she said, well, I look for principles. And she taught me that you are reading the scriptures to pull out the principles. What are the principles? What are the principles that Jesus Christ just taught Oliver Cowdery? He taught him to ask. He said, ask, inquire of me, keep my commandments, be diligent. Fear not. There's probably 100 principles in that one section.
Yeah.
Are we digging those principles out and are we putting them in our hearts, in our lives, and applying them? Because that's how we need to learn. And she taught me that. And I thought, wow, that was incredible.
Yeah.
So
I liked her story with the or your analogy. That's what it was. You were not going to be held accountable for the details of the story.
Yes.
The story is teaching us the principles, and we have to learn the principles.
Yes.
That's what we're going to be held accountable. It's the
Yeah.
principles in the story, not the details.
Exactly.
Oh,
So I thought, or she said to me, do you think that when you get to the pearly gates that there will be a test, because God has asked us to read the scriptures. So, do you know...
To study the scriptures.
To study the scriptures.
Never read. To study.
Study.
Yeah.
Feast upon them.
Yeah. Yep.
So do we understand, do we know all the facts? Do we know how long where people lived and the years and where they, these are just questions that could be answered on a multiple choice test.
Right.
They could be tested.
Yeah.
But God doesn't care. He's not going to say, do you know these things? He wants to know if you applied the principles taught in the story. And because that makes you who you are.
Yes.
You move closer to God as you apply true principles.
To be notified of our newest YouTube videos, be sure to click the subscribe button here. Head over to our new website for the latest gifts and promotions. For more videos like this one, click this playlist here.